include that in my walk and talk time. I'm back up and in operation. I've been having trouble figuring out how to do this live chat stuff on here because I keep getting weird screens. Like there's one where it shows me like in the bottom of the screen in a little circle. Does anybody know what button I'm hitting that's doing that? Because I sure don't. And then there's another one that films me in a weird way. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not like you hit go live and it makes you in the full screen like you see me here, hopefully. It's just all these weird other ways of filming that confuse me. So I was toying with that before I even came on live. So if it's not your normal live broadcast with the full picture, I don't know what to tell you because I can't figure it out. YouTube has made some weird changes. Meech, I'll be back in a little while. There she is, that little black speck back there, mournfully meowing for me, as always. But I had to get out and walk. It's chilly, but it's not uncomfortably chilly today. The skies are not yet woken up any more than I have, I don't think. Now these skies over here look a lot bluer. Not blue like it was the other day, but kind of blue, getting there. The sun has not yet gotten up. It's very early. Well, I don't even know what time it is. 5:59. It's not even 6 in the morning. But that's okay. I feel like I got enough sleep. I'm pretty well rested. I was in a lot of pain yesterday. I've been doing a lot of very physical movement, and it just plumb exhausts me, honestly. I know that's an old-fashioned term, but yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it's a little chilly out today. So today is red, white, and blue day at work. Theme days, you know. This is my red, white, and blue. Again, another shirt from ex-husband's wife. It has, if you can see that, eagles on it. Some of them are upside down, some of them are right side up. It's kind of like a dress shirt on me because I'm short. And then I got some cranberry pants on the bottom. They're kind of red. I guess it works. Anyway, I'm ready for red, white, and blue day today. It'll be interesting to see what the others wear. Yesterday was movie day. We, on our breaks, we would watch little videos on our computers and stuff like that. Had popcorn. I brought my own popcorn, my organic stuff. It's pretty tasty, pretty yummy. There's Michi just over there waiting. I'm not going home yet, Meech. I'm still walking, Michi. She's funny how she walks. So dainty. She's a little prissy thing. Oh, I'm trying to get some good breath in here of the oxygen in the air. Now that I'm up to the 30 minutes of walking a day, I may not do full 30-minute sprints. I might do 2:15, like one that I record and the other one I don't. Because I think my husband's going to start walking with me. And he doesn't like being on the YouTube for various reasons that most of you know. Too bad. Too bad that a couple rotten eggs gotta spoil everything, you know? But that's how it goes sometimes. Good morning, 4 people. Let me turn on my chat. I totally forgot about that. Let me see what it says. Super chat, top chat, live chat. Yep, I got live chat on. Don't want to miss any of your chatting. It's early enough. We could strike up a pretty good conversation right now, and I could go at this for a little bit, maybe. I'll tell you what, I'll start at 15 minutes, but if people start chatting with me, I might go around the block. So you guys can spur me on however you want. I'm heading towards that street where I walk around the block anyway. Hi, Birdie. Yeah, I know. You're the same Birdie that's always out here, I think. Or there's a lot of you that sound the same, but I think you're the same one. I don't know if birds are like cats and they just keep going their same beat every day. What are you doing over here, Meech? You never follow me this far. Oh my goodness. Let me show you this bird. Hi, Burberry. Oh, there's one spurring me on. Keep going, Dee Dee. Keep walking. Trying to see where that bird went. I don't know where it went. Oh, it's way up ahead, maybe. There it is. That's the bird flying right now. Oh, yeah, up on the wire up there. No, down here. Oh, there's a pigeon up on the wire. That's the bird over there in the grass, hopping along. Yeah, beep, beep, beep. All right. We won't bother that bird anymore. Here's Meech. Apparently she's taking my walk with me today. You're walking with me today, Meechy? You're away from home, girl. Okay. Just stay with Mommy. You'll be okay. Don't venture off here on your own ever, buddy. Because I can't watch you. This is walk and talk with Meech Day. Yes. She's never done that before. Oh, now she's going back, I think. You might figure out the shortcut and go back home. So, let's strike up some drama. You know me. Once in a while, I'm in the mood for a little bit of a spar. Last night. Hi, Wheezy. Aw. Well, I don't know. You might not be saying that in a minute. I'm not doing anyone wrong, but I am going to comment. I caught a live stream last night where I don't know what to think. Okay, somebody was asking questions to another person that clearly has some, we'll say, mental lacking, for lack of a better, kinder term. I don't know how else to say it without labeling and getting accused of diagnosing. But most people know that there are certain individuals on YouTube that have some mental lacking in their life. So I'm not really sure why it was necessary to continue on the line of discussion with this individual that clearly had the mental lacking. I don't know if the other individual was goading them, like trying to humiliate them, or maybe not humiliate them, but get them to expose themselves. Because the individual doing the interviewing kept asking, like, very, I don't know, it wasn't even that they were asking. They were just kind of beating around the bush for a long time. Like they were trying to find some proof of something and acted like, oh, I can't find it. I can't figure out how to do this. Now, maybe they couldn't figure out how to do it. I don't know. I wasn't with them, in person. But it seemed like it dragged on and on and on for like, gosh, maybe a good 30 minutes to an hour where this individual was being questioned and the other individual couldn't find out how to get the proof. And okay, my first reaction was, why does it matter? This is like old. Now maybe something new was brought up. I don't know. I'm not on here enough to see. I don't really go from room to room to find out, oh, he said this and then she said that and they said this and they did that. I don't have time. I'm literally at work from 8 to 3:30 these days. So I'm not here. I have people Marco Poloing me, which if you don't know what that is, it's kind of a video chat thing. And I don't even get a chance to watch their Marco Polos. And one of those people is my daughter, another one is my husband. So I don't get a chance to watch the Marco Polos, let alone go on YouTube and find out all the details. So I'm just giving my perception as someone that popped in, okay? Not someone that knows all the details. So disclaimer there. Because very well people could say, well, you don't know the full scope of things because you weren't there. No, I wasn't. That's for darn sure I was not there. But what I was there for just seemed like an ad nauseum interrogation of a sort. Not a mean interrogation, but just a redundant one. Just a repetitive, I don't know. I don't think they proved their point with the mentally lacking individual. I don't think the person gets it. No matter how many, as they say, ways to Sunday they go with the topic, I don't think the individual understood or gets that what they did actually happened, or that it was wrong or something like that. It was just very odd. I didn't last long. I mean, I laid there in bed for a while listening to this redundancy. But I just kept thinking, okay, one of the individuals that was in the situation was a very intelligent person. I'm like, why would you even waste your brain space to try to deal with somebody that isn't going to get it? They're not going to understand it. But whatever, I guess that's just YouTube for you. People have to always constantly have something going on, some kind of I won't even say drama, just something to be upset about. And yes, I get it that there are times where people have actually gone and done things to people in actual life. Now, that would tick me off. Mess with my job or my family or my husband, then we're going to have some issues. And then I might be making some videos. I don't know. Not that it does any good. That's the thing. If you broadcast your upsetment on a live stream or a video, it really doesn't solve anything. And that's what I guess I came to the point of not really understanding the point of it, why people do it. Because it doesn't solve problems. That's why when it came down to threats in my own life, I did it the real way. Not that it won me anything or got anything super solved, maybe. I mean, in a way it did. It kind of stopped the situation, but did it really prove anything? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I still think doing it in the proper way rather than just making video after video about it or live stream after live stream about it works much better and exhausts you a lot less. Hi, Gladys. There are, I won't say necessarily sick people. I won't say every mentally ill person is sick, okay? Mentally lacking person. But when someone does have a mental lack, trying to reason with them or get them to explain themselves does not always work in your favor at all. Sometimes it might frustrate the mentally lacking person, and sometimes it just doesn't go anywhere. So it's like, why? Why do you bother? Just state your case. Okay, this is what was said. This is what was done. You don't have to remember it or agree with it. It hurt me. It bothered me. It caused me problems in my life. And end it right there. Because, okay, like, for instance, people that want apologies. Why? What good does somebody saying, I'm sorry, or I apologize? What good does that do for you? I never did understand that, because for a while on YouTube, that was the thing. Everybody wanted an apology for something. And I'm like, okay, so somebody says some words. And especially somebody that's going to apologize and then go do it again, or do something worse the next time. Just know in your heart of hearts that there are some people, even if they say they're sorry or apologize, they don't really mean it. First of all, there are people, again, like I said, that are mentally lacking, that don't understand what an apology even means. All they understand is, in the moment, they are driven to do something that's unsavory, unkind, bad for you, bad for whoever they're targeting at the moment. They only understand that, okay, I'm going to go and do thus and such. They don't understand. If you do thus and such, this could be the result. You may hurt somebody. You may cost somebody their job. You may ruin somebody's life. You may ruin somebody's reputation. Some people don't get that. The elevator does not reach the top floor of cause and effect. I have worked in schools in the past with kids that were mentally lacking, and then some that were just out and out evil people because they had evil parents, or just because they were born like that. Whatever you want to debate on that one. At any rate, there were some kids that you could say, let's give you just a general example here, a general example. Marianne is sitting trying to learn an English class, and Jeffy behind her decides, and no, this isn't anybody on YouTube, I'm just making up a name. We'll change the name so nobody thinks I'm targeting anybody on YouTube. We'll make up a totally different name. We got Marianne and Herbert. Okay, Herbert. I don't know anybody on YouTube named Herbert, but there probably is somebody. Anyway, I'm trying. So Herbert is sitting behind Marianne. Marianne is in English class trying to pay attention to the teacher, but Herbert keeps leaning forward and going, poke, tickling the back of her neck, pulling her hair, messing with her dress, whatever. How much of that will Marianne finally get to the point of where she turns around and says, knock it off, stop, I'm trying to listen? Or she'll move her chair, she'll scoot her chair up. Now, thankfully, I guess for the kids' sake, we don't have those desks anymore that are attached chair to desk. So you could kind of slide the chair up. So Marianne moves forward, and Herbert keeps on irritating her. Eventually, I think if it was me and I was Marianne, I probably would cause a disruption in the classroom and get up and say, teacher, Herbert won't leave me alone. And then the teacher would take action. Now, with a narcissistic individual, somebody that feels entitled, they sit there and laugh about it. They think it's funny that they're distracting you and you're getting upset. They might even mock you later outside in the school hall to their friends. Ha ha ha, did you see what I did? Did you see how she reacted? Oh my gosh, it was epic. That's how a narcissistic, entitled individual would do it. Or when the teacher scolds them, they might say something like, I wasn't doing anything. She always makes stuff up about me. She's lying. I can't believe you're believing her. She lies all the time. You got that reaction. Now, then you have the people that, or the person, the kid, I guess in this case, that says, I was just playing. I'm sorry. I won't do it anymore. And they don't do it. But the thing is, you have those individuals that just sit there and stare blankly at you like, okay, all right, I won't do it anymore. And they back up, and maybe they don't do it, maybe they do it a little bit more subtly next time. The point is, you have all kinds of individuals in the world. Children, adults, whatever. Some of them get it, and they're like, sorry, it won't happen again, and they stop doing it. Some of them are like, ha ha, I got you, that was epic, blah, blah, blah. And some of them are like, I don't know what she's talking about, I didn't do anything. Or, yeah, I did it, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, and they don't do it. The point is, we got adults doing this kind of stuff now. Somebody hurts you. Okay, they say something mean about your reputation. You can make a video about it and scream it to the highest rooftops. What I don't get about that is, what good did that do you? I guess it gets it out of your system. You can yell about it. You can get upset about it. Cause a scene, whatever. Might get you views. People love drama on here, so yeah, might get you some good views. But does it solve the problem? Does it get the person to lay off of you or stop you? Probably not. depending on which of those individuals I described they actually are. If they're the ones that feel entitled, they got a reaction out of you, and they'll just keep doing it all the more in different ways. They'll get creative with it. They might get sneaky with it so people don't know it's them doing it. Or maybe they're the person that sits back and, stops and says, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And they leave you alone. That's very rare on YouTube, let me warn you. And then they might be the other person that's just like, duh, I don't know what I did. Then those are the people that no matter how many times you correct them, they don't get it. They will even project onto you. Yeah, but I did that, but look what you did. Or I didn't do that. It was you who did it. They will flip-flop the story all over the place because they don't get it. So if you are on here with an individual that is mentally lacking, you're probably dealing with the I don't get it version. And you're going to have video after video about this individual because they don't get it. They're not going to get it because maybe their brain wiring was not completed at birth. Maybe something's wrong in their brain now throughout life. Maybe something went wrong. So you can sit there and say, look, remember when you did? No, I didn't. Yes, you did. I'm going to prove it to you. I will show you this video. I will point you to the place where you did it. And they're going to still say, well, you didn't get it. You don't get it. That wasn't what I meant. That was taken out of context. And now with the beautiful world of YouTube, you can actually cut, dice, and splice things to make it look like you didn't do something or somebody else said something. All you got to do is take a video where person A said this, person B responded, and person C said nothing. Make it look like person C said it, person B responded, and person A said nothing. And it's super easy to do. Believe me, I know, because I've made playful videos like that, not to hurt anybody, but just to have fun. And that's the sad thing. People take videos and slice and dice and put them back together, not to have fun, but to try to make themselves either look good or look innocent. So if you're dealing with that kind of thing, I know people are going to flag me for this or whatever you call, flame me, I guess. Take it legally. If you have legal proof, and I don't think video will be admissible, believe me, I know this for a fact. But if somebody is harassing you, let's just say they call your job, and you can get your boss to but to go to the police and testify for you that this person called our company and we screen calls, so this is their number. You might get a little farther and get something accomplished, like legally these people cannot contact you again. If they do, there will be consequences. I don't know what the consequences are for phone harassment. Maybe jail time. I don't know how that works. Anyway, you're going to get farther with that than just going on and making videos and live streams. Because honestly, you're going to just have to keep making live streams, and this person will monopolize all your time when you could have been talking about something more fruitful and interesting. And I can't say you'll lose your viewership, because some people thrive on that kind of nonsense. I don't. I talked to at least one other individual that popped in on a live stream, the same live stream I was on, and said I couldn't even listen to it. It was so monotonous, and it was going in circles and going nowhere. And we weren't even sure if the interviewer was trying to get any definite result from this, other than to just let this other individual talk and kind of, as they say, hang themselves with their words, not to be graphic or disgusting here, but basically just, expose themselves by opening up their mouth. And I think, I don't know, I tend to lean towards the underdog a lot of times. Maybe I shouldn't in times. Basically, my heart tends to go towards somebody that is mentally lacking. And I'm like, why goad this individual and act like you don't know what you're doing and act like you can't find the proof or whatever? And I'm not saying they could find the proof. I'm just saying, why waste your time with it? In fact, Go one-on-one with the individual. Why make a live stream about it? What was the purpose in that? What did that accomplish? I'm not really sure it accomplished anything. Because from what I could tell, even by the end of the live stream, there were no answers coming forth from the mentally lacking individual. It was just more defenses, more, well, you don't have the right information, and that's not what happened, and I didn't say that, and you're totally misinterpreting that, and it went nowhere, is my point. I will never understand the whole thing with YouTube and social media, these online, what do you want to call it, spats, that actually never accomplish anything. So let's go back to the apology thing. Suppose said individual that has been attacking says, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Chances are, if they're mentally lacking, they don't get it, so it's going to happen again. Or they'll just leave you alone and fade off into the distance, maybe. I don't know. But you could have accomplished that by not bringing it into a public live stream. You could have just gone to the individual and said, look, what do you have to say for yourself? Unless you were trying to publicly shame the individual and make them look stupid. And in which case, that would not be right. At least to me. I think that would be kind of cruel to do that. Even though maybe people are like, yeah, well, this person deserves it. I don't really feel anybody, within reason, if they're doing something absolutely horrid to animals, people, elderly, or something like that, then yeah, they should be ashamed of themselves. I used to say nobody should be shaming anybody, but there are cases. But in the case of something like that, that could have been handled privately, is all I'm saying. But, it's up to you. You guys can handle it how you want. I'm just giving an opinion because I can. I don't usually chime in. But lately I have been popping in rooms, and I know somebody's going to leave me a comment. You don't have to go in rooms. Nobody's telling you to. No, I don't, but I choose to. And when I choose to, because I'm a human being, I can give an opinion. My opinion is I don't understand what that accomplished. Did you get the answers you wanted? Did the individual feel sorry? Not did they give you an apology? Did they feel sorry enough to stop doing what they're doing? Did they realize that what they did could have caused you really bad trauma and stress in your life? I don't think they get it. So why? Why bother? Anyway, I suppose I just rambled on, but I'm walking, so I ramble anyway. That's my thought on that. I don't understand it. I'm just glad when I had to deal with something, I finally did it in the right way in general. Although I did not get exactly the results I had hoped, I kind of did, because everything sort of calmed down and I was able to go on my merry way. Oh, look at this snake. I hope it's not dead. I don't know if it is. I'm not going to touch it. But here, let's see. Hi, snakey. Just a garter snake. Are you awake? Are you sleeping? Are you dead? I don't want to leave you in the middle of the street because I don't want somebody to hit you. So let me find something to move you with, just in case you're not dead. Let's see. We don't have any sticks. Oh, here's a stick. Then it'll work, I guess. I want it long enough just in case it's not dead. It starts to move. I can keep it in a good distance from me. Let's see. Is it alive? Hi, baby. Oh, did you get hit? You got hit. Poor thing. Some idiot ran over you, huh? Oh, are you moving still? I can't tell. Let me scoop you up. I at least want to get you off the road. Just think you're not dead. Oh, poor thing. I think it died. Yeah, it died. Here you go, baby. Lay you in the grass where you deserve to be, not in the middle of the road dead. Oh, poor thing. Why are people so cruel? Well, maybe they didn't see it. Still, it makes me sad for the snake. I told you, know better. Anyway, I would love to hear from anybody that's watching this live stream with an explanation of what you hope to accomplish by bringing your frustrations with another individual with mental lacking onto YouTube. Please do explain. I would love to hear the explanation because it makes no sense to me whatsoever. I was going to keep quiet about it, not say anything, because immediately people will know who I'm talking about. And no, you don't need to put any names in here. I left it cryptic on purpose. Because it could apply to anybody, but in this case, yes, it is somebody that is, real, and I did see and listen to and do pretty much because I can't sleep at night, and they're the only ones on all night. So that's where I venture, just to see what's up, see what's going on, see how people are, that sort of thing. But it always seems like more a waste of time. I guess if the individual with the mental lacking was out and out asked one time, what do you think about thus and such? And the person said what they said, and the other person said, oh, okay, whether they agreed with it or not, and then went on to a new topic, cool. But no, this was like an online, I guess, interrogation, but not really. It didn't have an interrogation feel. It wasn't like a angry thing. It wasn't, I don't know. I didn't sense any animosity in the interviewer at all. And I don't think they're like that. But I do wonder if maybe they were doing like some kind of a mind game to try to get the individual to admit things. And I don't think you're going to get them to do that because, like I said, mentally lacking. They don't get it. They don't see it. And you can turn it around any way you want. They're not going to. And I think we've known that for years about them. So I'm not sure why we're still trying to get them to apologize for something they don't even understand they did, that sort of thing. So hopefully y'all work that out. I don't know. I can tell you if it was a night after night thing, I probably would lose interest very quickly, and I wouldn't stay awake listening to that. Because I'm the type of person that likes a beginning, a middle, and an end to things. I like closure. And there was none in that. The live stream closed down with nothing being accomplished that I could tell. Other than maybe they got the individual to show that they were mentally lacking. Which we all knew already. So, and that's not to put the individual down. I'm not saying they're a bad person because they lack mentally. I lack mentally in some ways. Everybody knows that. But if you're trying to get an answer, or trying to get an apology, or trying to get somebody to say, oh yes, you're right, I did that, you're going to be spinning your wheels, because I don't think that's ever going to happen. Or they might admit it and then throw something else in that keeps the conversation going nowhere. So just some food for thought for whoever cares. On that note, I'm almost home. I actually did walk 33 minutes, almost 34 by the time I get to the house. So thank you for all of you. I guess that video thing that I saw, the live stream, just was really weighing on my head and my heart. And I had to say something. So for what it's worth, for what the results might be, that's just my opinion, how I feel about it. But yeah, if you got an explanation of why people do that, I'd love to hear it. Please do tell. I'm trying to think of why I used to do that. Why I used to come on live streams and just rehash, like the Chris Watts case, or, well, I think with the Chris Watts case it was a little different because there was a beginning, middle, and end to that. It began with a pregnancy announcement. The middle was, we can't find the girls, we can't find Shanann. The end was very devastating. They had been brutally killed, unfairly killed. Not there's ever any fair way to kill anybody, really, I guess, unless it's like capital punishment in some cases. But a beautiful family, absolutely desecrated by somebody that didn't want to be part of it anymore, that could have just divorced her and moved on. But the ending was the loss of lives of three beautiful children, one unborn yet, but still very much a child as far as I'm concerned, and two beautiful girls that were already alive. And that was the end of that. But see, that is me. I like a beginning, a middle, and an end, although I definitely was as devastated as everybody else about that end. I had hoped they would find Shanann and the girls at a neighbor's or maybe at Shanann's mom's house. I really had believed that's where they were, not that they had been killed. And awful. But that is how I ended up in this part of YouTube anyway. So, for whatever reason, I'm here apparently to stay until I get old and gray. I already was old and gray, but until I get old and I let myself go gray, and eventually I leave this planet and this plane of existence. I'm here, and some listen to me and some don't. Some can't stand me, and some think I'm wonderful. And welcome to YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Delusion Dispeller. I seek to dispel delusions still to this day of various kinds. That's why I'm here. Sometimes I just chit chat because I'm human and I can and I like to, and I'm going for a goal of weight loss and health. And there is my Maverick. Hi, Mav. Hi, buddy. Oh, you're coming up to see me? Going to say hi? Hi, Mav. Poor Mavy. 5 of his family members in the trailer court where he came from were shot and killed by some idiots. We don't know who. The police are doing nothing. Yeah. B for go? I don't know what that means. B for go. People say random stuff, and I'm like, clueless. I don't know what that means. I feel like I should, but I don't. Anyway. So yeah, like a before and middle and end yesterday could have been confronting the individual. You said this, blah, blah, blah. The individual says, no, I didn't. You have wrong information. Okay, let's go privately. You can show me what you got. Show me the information you have. And that would have been the end of it. They would have shown them. They would have disagreed. No, that's not what was said. They would have bickered about it behind the scenes. But it wouldn't have gone live. And we wouldn't have all had to listen to an hour and a half. Not had to. People are going to say, you didn't have to. You're right. I didn't have to. But I know that live streams can talk about, interesting things because I've been in some of them. I don't see the point of that one last night. And hopefully that will not be more of those live streams last night because it didn't result in a closure. Frustrating for me. Anyway, it's not all about me. It's not. I know that. I'm just giving my opinion from my point of view and how my brain works and how I think about things. I do hope no harm was caused in real life to the people involved. And if it was caused, I'm sorry. Realize and consider the source. Mentally lacking. Doesn't get it. Probably would do it again. That sort of thing. Think about that. I don't think you're going to reach any type of reasonable explanation or closure on that. And interestingly enough, I've been saying there was mental lack there from the beginning before we even knew for sure any diagnosis or alleged diagnosis. I just know. You can just tell when somebody repeats things ad nauseum, blames things on other people, constantly can't see the wrong of their own ways. There's something mentally lacking. They don't get it. So, at the risk of being redundant myself, which I probably already have been, I'll probably go back and watch this and go, oh my gosh, you just went on and on about the same topic. I don't know. My brain just goes. Like I said, I'm kind of mentally lacking too in some ways. I admit it. So, just forward through most of my diatribe and get to the point at the end if there was one. So, thanks for walking with me anyway. It's kind of a weird live stream. Sometimes they happen. Thanks for indulging me if you did. And I hope you all have a great day. I'm going to go where things make sense. It's called my employment. I'm going to go do that. Actually, I'm going to go put my lunch together and get ready to go. I don't eat breakfast anymore because I'm fasting, so you won't see me do that. But I will show you my lunch that I packed. I got my cucumber salad here. I'll open this up so you can take a gander. Maybe. Man, these lids really hold tight, guys. There you go. It's cucumbers, it's canned diced tomatoes, and some shredded lettuce. And no, that's not iceberg. That is actual green leaf lettuce, which has vitamins in it. Iceberg is water. Water. Tastes delicious. I love iceberg taste, but it's not healthy. And then here we have some beautiful, luscious watermelon cubes. And the way you know if a watermelon is ripe, it has a yellow spot, a brown belly button, and it's hollow when you knock on it. It makes a hollow sound like nobody's home, basically. Here is my almond milk. And I think my apple's already in my bag. But here is my homemade cookie. Peanut butter, a few chocolate chips. And it's PB2. It's not peanut butter. It's PB2. And a few chocolate chips. And I'm trying to think. Oh, black beans. Yes, there really are black beans in there. Because I thought, if you can make black bean pudding, which the Asians often sell in like restaurants, why can't I make black bean brownie type bites or whatever they're called. So yeah, there you go. Got my lunch packed. I'm going to put it in my lunch bag, and then I'm going to get off of here and go finish getting ready for work and head out. Maybe spend some time this morning with my hubby and my cats. So y'all have a great day. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. That was not my intention. But every once in a while, I have an opinion on something, and I'm not going to hold back because I'm just trying to understand y'all. I really am. Because for better or for worse, you guys have become part of my life in some way, shape, or form, whether, like I said, for better or for worse. Kind of like I'm married to the YouTube people. And some people have really spoken into my life in positive ways. I can think of several right now. And other people, one of them actually saved my life, but then isn't in my life anymore, which that's by their choice and their thinking. But I owe them a debt of gratitude because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them, literally. And I've wanted to tell them that. So I hope they watch my live stream still and accept my appreciation and my thanks for that, even though some people might say, well, they don't deserve it for what they did. But you know what? If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you. I was literally just dying pretty much, and you saved my life, and you know how you did it. So I just owe you a debt of gratitude for that because I love my life and I want to continue to live a fruitful life of freedom and happiness and joy, and hopefully reaching individuals, even if it's just to keep you company on my walk and talks or when I go live or whatever, or my uploads, which I rarely do anymore. Anyway, so yeah, every one of you have had a place in my life. I don't always agree with you. I definitely don't believe a lot of your ways of life and thinking, but that doesn't mean you didn't play a role at eras in my life. I came on here I started in 2000, what was it? 13, 17, I can't even remember anymore. But then I started going live and doing the whole true crime thing, not on purpose, but kind of from a psychological standpoint. And I met all of you along the way. And whether I agree with you, don't like you, you're part of who I am. You are part of what I became. And you're out there still, some of you. So you mean something to me. I'm not saying I like you necessarily. I'm not saying I don't like you. I'm just saying you mean something because you are part of that fabric that makes Dee Dee. Makes Delusion Dispeller who I am. So yeah. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful life. Friends, frenemies, enemies, all of you. Have a great life. If you are an enemy, maybe you might want to change your ways and get right with the Creator, because that might be why you're an enemy. And I want to see you in heaven or eternity or whatever is next. Not just on YouTube. So think about that. All right, y'all. Have a good one. I'm just going on and on because I guess I'm enjoying myself today on here, which is kind of a rarity for me, but I am. So I hope you all have a blessed day with lots of peace and love and good things that come your way. That kind of rhymes. Maybe I should say that at the end of all my live streams. I might. It might be my new little tagline. So have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Shalom.